Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how your self-concept creates your reality, past, present, and future. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. We have a big video for you today. The question was from this creator, Tom, I'm still unclear on self-concept, how that creates reality. Now, we've talked about that in many different ways. So there's no question that who and what you're conscious of being creates your reality. The only question, and the question that came up, is what's shaping your self-concept? What's influencing, what's feeding your self-concept? Right? Remember, either you're creating, shaping, and forming your self-concept, or someone or something else is. And what is that someone or something else? It's the manifested conditions, the manifested circumstances, your thoughts and feelings about those conditions, the manifested past, what you call the subjective tendencies or subconscious thoughts that you believe you can't do anything with, that you can't reprogram, or you've got to do something with them or get rid of them. All of that. Remember, you're either consciously creating your reality, or in other words, your self-concept, or someone or someone else is. You get to determine what that someone or someone else is. You. Because remember, your conscious mind is the same conscious mind of God. There's no separation. I want to start here. Here you are. Here's your self-concept. So you're standing in your reality. It's always changing, but you feel like it's manifested. You see that solid figure and that solid frame. You feel that that's very solid. And then you have these manifested physical experiences, right? The manifested physical experience. And then the manifested thoughts and feelings about them. And then you allow them to continue to shape who you believe you are. And then who you believe you are continues to shape the manifested physical experience and your thoughts and feelings about them. That's why it feels like a pattern or a cycle to you, right? It feels like, how do I change this? Well, the only way to change that is you get to decide from a clean slate, from this new moment and now. You're an absolutely new being. Every moment you're completely new, right? Any change is total change. A completely new identity. You get to determine who that is, not from the manifested physical experiences, past or present, or the manifested thoughts and feelings about the past, present, and future. It all happens now. You allow the manifested conditions, this pattern or cycle that you call it, and circumstances of people, events, and things, and thoughts and feelings about them to determine or to define you, to determine your self-concept or define you, versus putting your attention on who you are, defining yourself, and allowing the 3D reality and manifested experience to unfold from your preferred self-concept. It's all about standing in the awareness center of your desired preferred identity and focusing on that, giving time, space, and attention to your preferred identity, as opposed to that inner frame of thoughts and feelings or that outer frame of manifested conditions. We're always there. We're always in that outer frame of the manifested experiences or the inner frame of our thoughts and feelings about those manifested experiences, versus standing in the awareness center of your I am and deciding, who am I now? I get to decide that. This is powerful today. There you are. Remember, you're always in the vertical. It's always a vertical experience. That's you. The real you is here. But you allow these seen manifested experiences, the people, events, and circumstances, and in those unseen manifested experiences, your thoughts and feelings about them, to shape or define your self-concept, to feed that self-concept. And then that self-concept keeps creating that experience of unseen manifested thoughts and feelings and seen manifested experiences. And all of that creates a horizontal, linear physical experience of your reality. But here's the thing. In that past is just an idea. That future is just an idea. That all gets created from your present identity right now. You're always standing in the vertical in the now moment. You're not, there's knowing, remember, you're under no obligation to keep creating and keep defining yourself the same way. In each moment it's new, but we look at these seen experiences and these unseen experiences and allow them to define it. And we feel like we're going in circles. When actually you're always here and now standing in the vertical. So stop allowing seen and unseen manifested experiences to define who you are. Who are you and where are you? That's the only question. Who and what are you allowing to feed your self-concept? That's the only question. So let's talk about this. Well, let's start from the beginning and then we're going to work our way up. What you give your time, space, and attention to is your reality. In other words, it's your experience of and your experience as source or the great I am or reality. You're always at the center. You're always in the vertical. You are that. There's only one mind, one divine mind. There's only one conscious mind. There are infinite experiences or points of consciousness, but there's only one mind, one conscious mind, and you are that. Your conscious mind is the conscious mind of God, as well as everybody else. Everyone else is an infinite aspect of that. There's no separation anywhere. It's one mind. That's why Jesus said, my Father, in other words, my source, right, that greater reality within me is greater than I am, greater than I. The implication is I am. Greater than I am aware of being. Greater than any one experience. Right? Greater than my experience of and as reality in this moment. It's greater. That absolute, that pure awareness, what the ancients called the all, that all power, all potential, all the isness of reality, you as the Son of God, right? As I am awareness, you have you are the center of that. You are all that is. That all power, that all potential, that isness becomes infinite power, infinite potential, and beingness. Right? You are the beingness of that great isness. You're the I am, the conscious mind of that great I am. Right? That great isness of reality. You are the conscious center. The same I am as the great I am, but in expression, right? God experiencing itself through its son or its sons or its children in expression. It's that all power, that all potential, experiencing itself as infinite power, infinite potential. It's that isness experiencing itself as beingness. It's the all experiencing itself as all that is. Right? Remember that God or the pure existence is just absolute. There's nothing outside of it. There's nothing to compare it to. It's just pure awareness. But that pure awareness and expression is I am awareness. It's the Son of God, right? The first expression. So I and my Father are one. So my Father is greater than I, but I and my Father are one. In other words, that I am awareness and my source, we're one. I am one. That I am awareness. I am one with that pure awareness. I'm one with my source. In other words, hear this. You, the physically focused you, are I am awareness in expression. You're fully God and fully human. At the same time, that was the message of Jesus, right? The Father's greater than I, but that doesn't mean I'm just a part of God or just a puny aspect of God. I'm fully God. Why? Because I and the Father are one. There's no division. You don't divide up God. You don't divide up infinity. You don't divide up reality. You can't divide that awareness up. That pure awareness can't be divided. So I'm one with it. So you, the physically focused you, are one. I am awareness in expression. You are I am awareness that you're fully God and fully human. You're the Son of God and the Son of Man. Remember the metaphysical meaning of that, right? The Son of God is the perfect idea of that isness of reality in expression. And the Son of Man is that Son of God in physical expression. Fully human and also fully God. It reminds me of that scene from The Chosen, which I've covered in another video or two, where Jesus is talking to John, the disciple John, the apostle John. And Jesus says, hey, John, how about give me some ideas for the scripture, for the reading? And John says to him, well, how could I? How could I when I feel so unworthy, when I feel like, especially what happened today and then yesterday, telling his story about things that happened, right? Feeling that unworthiness, right? Feeling that fully human aspect that we all feel, right? That 3D physical aspect. But what does Jesus, your I am awareness, say? This is a great scene. It says, but John, I'm a man, John. I'm a man, John. This is your I am awareness. I'm a man, John. In other words, Jesus is saying here in this scene, I'm fully human, yet. And then he goes, but yet I'm fully God. Wow. In other words, I think, I feel, I laugh, I cry. I have physical experiences of separation and limitation. I experience these changing conditions. Yet I'm unchanged by any of it. I'm perfect just as my source is perfect. My source in heaven, my Father in heaven. You shall be perfect just as your Father in heaven is perfect. Just as my source is perfect, I'm perfect. I'm fully human. I think and feel and laugh and cry. I feel the separation. I feel the limitation. I feel the changing conditions. Yet I'm untouched, untainted, unchanged by any of it. Right? I am the Son of God. I'm fully God. I love that scene. John saying, how can I? How could I help you? How could I give you advice? You. I mean, it's you. That's what he was saying. You're you. And Jesus says, John, I'm a man, John. I'm fully human, yet I'm also fully God. That was the message. Wow. So powerful. Got tingles on that one. That was good. Remember, what are we trying to say here? That your conscious mind is the conscious mind of God in expression. Your conscious mind, this mind right now that you're thinking with is the center of everything, right? But remember that you're the center, right? You're that frame. And you're experiencing the one thought of God. There's only one thought. There's only one mind. There's only one infinity, one God, one reality. There's only really one thought, right? It's the thought of God. But we experience that one thought, that one reality, that one pure awareness or that one pure consciousness from infinite viewpoints or vantage points or perspectives that we experience as thoughts. That's all thoughts are. They're just a perspective or a viewpoint or a vantage point of all that is. It doesn't change all that is. Thoughts don't change it. It's one thought. I am that I am. I am God and there is no other. I am the Lord and there is no other. There's no one like me, right? It's the one thought. It's just love. There's just unity. There's just perfection of that being that you are. But you experience that simultaneity of all that you are through infinite vantage points and perspectives that we call thoughts. And those thoughts are represented by images, and those images feel like a manifested experience that we translate into a physical manifested experience. But those thoughts that appear, and here's the thing, so all of it's just one thought, but they seem so true, the thoughts that you think about yourself in reality, that they seem so true or be the truth of you that you don't question or consciously think about them, right? Those thoughts that appear most true or the truth become your assumptions or your self-concept or your identity and your assumptions of the world around you, your physical 3D experience. So hear it again. There's only one mind, one reality. You're the center of it. There's only one conscious mind. That's God. And your conscious mind is the same conscious mind. It's not just an aspect or a puny point of it. It's all of it. It's the center of it. There are individualized aspects. There's a certain personality that you take on. But that doesn't make you any less God. You're fully human and you're fully God. I and the Father are one, and the Father is greater than I. Fully human. You're experiencing, and why is the Father greater than I? Because it's greater than any perspective that I can see that one thought of God or that one reality. I can only see it, I can only experience it, have a physical experience of that in perspectives or viewpoints. So I can know myself as that one unity, that one love. And we call those thoughts that we're always running away from or trying to control. It's just, you got to just choose what you want to think down, how you want to view yourself. Those thoughts that appear most true or the most truth to you. In other words, assumptions of yourself or identity feel so true that you don't question them anymore, right? You don't consciously think about them. They feel like they're subconscious or under your awareness. That's only because you feel that they're true or truth. They're not under your awareness. But you believe them so much, you believe them to be so true of who you are, that they appear, hear this, to be automatic and subconscious and out of reach. They appear to be because you're seeing that, you're believing that is reality, so you don't question it. But remember, that's just your neighborhood, your perspective in the divine mind, in the one thought of God. So what those that talk about that you've got to reprogram the subconscious and you've got to impress the subconscious, well, the total subconscious is I am. It's all consciousness. It includes all thoughts, all images. You don't reprogram it, accepts everything. That great subconscious of God doesn't reject anything. It doesn't even have to accept anything because it is everything. Do you see? It's not even about acceptance or rejection. There's just acceptance because it's all that is. It's every thought, every image, every possibility exists in that great mind, that great one divine mind. And you're the conscious center. But you experience it through different vantage points or viewpoints that you call your thoughts. And then there are these thoughts that you think so much about, that you assume are so real or the truth of who you are, that they become that subconscious identity of who you believe you are. Below, they appear to be subconscious and below your awareness. But really, they just seem that way because you believe them to be the truth of who you are. You believe them to be your identity. But your identity can be anything. You remember, remember, there's only one thought. And the more that you are aware of who you really are in that one thought, you expand that area of who you believe you are. And you become more and more and more aware of that as that one thought of love of God. That's powerful today. So the question is then, is to whom or to what are you giving time, space, and attention? This is who you are, always in the vertical, always that one divine mind. But are you giving your attention to the outer screen of seen manifested circumstances, this blue box, or this green one of unseen manifested thoughts and feelings, the inner screen? And if you noticed, it's that identity, right? It creates that what you believe is that subconscious neighborhood of who you believe you are, the truth of who you believe you are. But they're always changing. But it feels to you like it's solid, right? That you always think and feel that way. Right? Do you see that? And those conditions seem solid, but nothing's solid. You're always changing. But so where are you and who are you? Right? When God called out to Moses, 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 here I am. Moses saying, I am in the awareness center. I'm not out here in the seen manifested conditions, allowing that to define who I am and my self-concept. I'm not out here in the unseen manifested thoughts and feelings of the inner screen, allowing that to define who I am. I'm saying, here I am, right? Here I am, the conscious mind of God. And that the more I am aware that I am all that one thought of God, or all thoughts, all images, I'm the superimposed physical expression of that divine mind, of all of it. having a physical experience, then the more you identify with your ideal identity, who you really are. And then you create that from that center, from that viewpoint, from that current vertical or frame of reality, you create that horizontal linear path that makes more sense to the identity of who you're identifying as now. Because you're no longer that person you believe you were. And who you will be is all determined now by who you are, who you believe you are. That neighborhood that you decide to shape. But remember, you can keep expanding that out to include the one, to instead of dividing up God, dividing it up in all of these thoughts of lack and limitation, to expanding it to the overall thought that, wow, I really am one. I'm one reality, I'm one love, I'm one awareness. I am that one unity. And I can be anything within that. That's powerful today. So give all your time, space, and attention to your ideal identity from the awareness center that we showed here, right? From the awareness center. Not out here in the conditions here or here, but in the awareness center. Vadim Zeland talks about the inner and outer screen. So I'm giving you inner and outer screen. We're giving you a little bit of, that's a little bit of Vadim Zeland and reality transurfing, but we're sort of went beyond that today, right? So how do you do it? Well, remember, this is you. This is you. You're the center of the divine mind. That's currently who you believe you are, that green dotted line, that neighborhood of thoughts and feelings that appear to be subconscious and out of reach. But it's just because you believe them to be so true, to be the truth of who you are, you don't question them anymore. You believe that to be reality. So you don't question it. That's why it feels automatic and subconscious or below your awareness. But you get to decide in every moment. That's why I love that affirmation, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am free, and I am in love. Why? As a self-concept, that reflects the perfect you, that it reflects that perfect health that you are, that outrageous wealth that you are, that limitless potential that you are, that freedom, right? That limitless freedom of the potential to be anything, and that unconditional love that you are all of that. Do you see that that's the one thought of God? All of that, that's your greater identity. So make your self-concept from your awareness center. Make it your only reality. Focus on who you are being, who you are. All the other things in terms of relationships, specific people and money and cars and jobs and careers will all form around when you are in that awareness center, focusing on that ideal. I am healthy, wealthy, free, and in love. That creates that perfect health, that outrageous wealth, right? That limitless potential of freedom that you're going to feel, that unconditional love that you are. Then when you do create an image of what that identity looks like, right? An imaginal scene of you and a specific person together, an imaginal scene of you being congratulated at work and getting promoted and getting that bonus, imaginal scene of walking in your dream house or starting your dream car, imaginal scene of just traveling and having money flow to you from every direction. Then yes, you create it from that center now, from the awareness center, and from that identity that you're no longer feeding your self-concept from outer conditions and your thoughts and feelings about those conditions. You're creating it in every moment. Make your self-concept from your awareness center your only reality, and it must unfold as your physical experience. It's law. I am the Lord and there is no other. I am the law and there is no other. That's what Scripture says. Make your self-concept create your reality, past, present, and future. I am your host, Tom Kearin. And this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creatives, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on our videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, The Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. For joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, TikTok at Be Something Wonderful. Our membership channel, where we had a live stream last Sunday. We're going to have more live streams. We're going to announce another one coming soon. Plus, we released a video about a week and a half ago on the membership channel. If you're a member, join us. If you're not a member, check out the link below. Creators with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Until next time, we'll see you soon.